Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing right away. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Giants are going to take over after the interception. Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock. But that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd. Especially as a quarterback, it's your job to quiet that home crowd. But an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
Coming left is Tracy. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take 2nd and goal now from the 13. They'll throw it. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Gano ready to send this away. On the return, it's Rondale Moore. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And the defense follows him all the way and shoves him out of bounds. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw, here's McCarthy. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. McCarthy to throw it. He lofts it deep left. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. The Vikings getting their punt team out. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be Giants football. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He's got Bellinger. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here's second and 2. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. And he can't reel it in, incomplete. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. And it's fourth and short. We'll see if they go for it.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Back to throw, needing a first. He's got it to his running back. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the fourth down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another fourth down.
They go play action on first. Finds him on the crossing route. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Giants take a 13-0 lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Gano's point after is good. And the Giants drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, and that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. Another carry for him. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's McCarthy, first and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Gronk, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Couldn't couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now it's McCarthy. He lets one fly deep downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. McCarthy throwing here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Hunter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Hauls in this punt at the 8. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And they're going to take over possession.
Ready up.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Go.
Hand off to the back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Let's go now. Ready.
Looking to the air here. Caught by Theo Johnson. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Get it. Nike 18. Ready, quiet. Ready.
Pass play now. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Come on, set.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Set. Set, go.
Now looking to throw. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Dallas Turner picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, great team defense here. Somebody hit him in there, caused that pass to float on him a bit, and it gave the linebacker time to race in and make the interception.
And you know what team stands for, right? T-E-A-M. Together, everyone achieves more. It took all of them together. Took that rush to impact the quarterback. It took that linebacker to deliver on the other end, a critical takeaway. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Here we go.
Toward the sideline, and he's got more. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend.
With the score, Giants 14.
We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They start out with a 3rd and 9. Finds his target, Mason. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Let's go.
They've got a man in motion. On 1st down, they'll run. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Man in motion here. 2nd and 10 now. Completed over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Ready, ready. Head straight. There we go. Set.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They give it to him again. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Five men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. Here's McCarthy to throw. He's got him, that's Addison. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll run for this. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Check go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Connects with Johnson.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Set up.
from the 17. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Come on, set.
Pass play coming here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it's going to be Vikings football. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Able to hit Mason. Complete.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. McCarthy operating from the pistol. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Here's a give up the middle. And he gets him around 6 there. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 24. He's trying to push the field. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, New York! The Giants boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
This one is up and good. And the Giants stretch their lead to 21. Ready to send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. Hutchinson reels it in. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Has it down close. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
One after try, good by Reichert. And the Vikings get it back to a 14-point game. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Khalif Raymond to return it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Go!
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds Johnson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go, shot!
Throwing now on first down. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Second and 4. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he's taken down at the 30. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now. Go!
They'll throw it again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Second and 3. On the move, headed right. Completed to his running back. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants get more points to end a lopsided first half. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants stretch their lead to 21. Gano ready to send this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Poor choice to bring it out. Instead of the 30-yard line, they're going to start shy of the 20.
Ready up.
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. He's back to throw. He puts everything behind this one. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Back to throw it. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Will Riker is the kickoff for the Vikings.
We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Valus Jones now on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The return manages to get just beyond the 30.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half, and that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
They've got first down from the 31.
Set. Ready.
Throwing off the play fake here. Toward the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings take possession of the football. So they'll decline this and take the result. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Here we go.
They give to Jones, right side. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They're set up at the 35 now. Putting a receiver in motion. On play action now, McCarthy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Blown back, gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Gotta figure out this third down here.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Pass is caught by Addison. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now we're on the counter. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Brought in close to the 8. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Shut up.
Give now to the running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Shotgun snap, a give to Tracy. And he has this up across the 10-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the run, so it's going to be 3rd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this 3rd down.
19, 10.
Back now, pressure on its way. He puts some air under it. they connect on the deep shot. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 35 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a first down.
Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
From the gun, it's Tracy. Still going past the 40. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. And maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready?
Throwing from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves. Dragon 60. And up.
2nd and 10 now. Short pass brought in. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Harrison Smith in on the stop.
Kid, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, give him a chance to make a play.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Set, go.
Here's a throw. He has the first over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Ready? Bravo 80.
They send the tight end in motion. Escapes the pocket. And he hits the deck after setting him up with 1st and goal. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Giants football, and they've got to feel pretty good about this score entering the 4th. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
He brings it in. He has the New York touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Gano ready to send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And choosing to leave the end zone costs him dearly here. He winds up shy of the 20-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go.
Man in motion, headed right. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From the 25 on 2nd down. He put everything he had into this one. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing here. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. McCarthy to throw it. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Has his man. It's Addison. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, not for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Buying some time right. Throwing deep for the end zone. And oh, he got it. Interception. Posenadivo's got it. And the Giants will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give right side to Tracy. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Now a give running right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Throwing out to the left. Cup. He's off to the races. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Giants keep running away with this. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. That one splits the uprights. And the Giants grow their lead yet again. Gano ready to send this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he stopped him right as he gets up past the 15.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
Now that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Has the connection to Hawkinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Go!
Receiver gets it on the handoff.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard, well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, set!
They send a man in motion. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Finds a seam down the middle. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Ready!
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Hutchinson reels it in. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Ready up!
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go now!
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, McCarthy. just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Come on, set, go.
Hand off to the back. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. So here at MetLife, it's the G-Men who come away with the win. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign.